are you a people pleaser? Am I a good person? Am I a bad person? Am I selfish? Can I say no in this situation? Is it right to say no? I think these are quite important questions. So why not ask ourselves these questions more often? I mean, they direct our attention to perhaps being more caring, more kind, being concerned with other people. So what's the deal with pathologizing people-pleasing behaviors? What's the deal with, all these articles and videos and people talking about this so-called people-pleasing syndrome, which is so bad for us? I think from one perspective, people-pleasing is a right thing to do, right? It helps us to be more caring, more kind, more compassionate to other people. It helps us to direct our attention from ourselves onto others and question whether we are doing enough, whether we are enough. And I think the problem with people-pleasing, why very often it is portrayed in this negative light, is because it's not about others at all. All this care, all this concern is not really about others. What happens is that very often we learn these people-pleasing behaviors when we are children. So we learn that, we notice that maybe our parents are not paying as much attention to us, or maybe they demand more of us than we are able to provide. Maybe they give us an impression that we are not good enough, that whatever we are doing is not sufficient. It doesn't give us this warm feelings that we are being cared for, right? So as children we learn that, okay, so if I do something nice for the person, then I will be noticed, then I will get that attention, then I will get that care I'm craving for, then maybe I will get that love from my mom or my dad or the society at large. So the little person with this kind of beliefs starts pushing more and more towards being that good person, right? So doing only good things for other people, being this perfect little human being that takes care of other people, that does things for other people, that avoids perhaps being selfish, avoids spending enough time on their own, because doing so, being self-focused, is selfish, is bad, right? And it's going to be met with disapproval from our parents or the society at large. Now I would imagine that in certain societies, even religious beliefs could be pushing this kind of outlook or perspective on life, where we have to be good people, right? So doing things for ourselves is selfish. So as we grow up, right, we have all this catalog of these various beliefs related to being a good person, not being selfish, doing things for other people no matter what, helping others, regardless if that help is welcomed or not. So from this perspective, yes, why not? Why not be that good person? Why not offer so much care, offer so much attention to other people, and take care of others as much as we can? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think the problem is where we start questioning our real motivations for why we are helping others, why we are taking care of other people. And very often for someone with this kind of people-pleasing behaviors, it's, yes, on the surface it's about helping, it's about caring for others. But the more you start questioning, it's not about other people at all. It's about us. It's about us feeling good about ourselves. It's about us reinforcing this belief that we are a good person, we are good people, right? We are not selfish. We take care of other people, right? So we might kind of end up in this kind of treadmill where we give, and end up feeling resentful towards ourselves, towards other people for not getting what we are giving away, for not being cared for not getting that maybe validation or approval that we are craving, for not being noticed, right? For not being seen as that good person as we imagine ourselves to be. And I think that's where that people-pleasing behaviors start to get really negative for us, where we start to get this negative reactions, where we start building up resentment or anger or sadness even, right, for not being recognized, for not being seen. And I think also another aspect of it could be that through our care, through our kindness, right, which is often not very much about other people, we actually try to control others, right? Because if we assume a responsibility for another human being, that's a lot of control, right? Then that's where we can control what they need, when they need it, right? How they react to our care. If someone doesn't appreciate it, I think it's quite often for someone with this strong tendencies towards people pleasing, is to get this reaction: you don't appreciate what I've been doing for you. You don't appreciate how good I've been for you. And I think that's where these people-pleasing habits can get really toxic for ourselves and actually for others. So what is happening is that someone forcing this kind of kindness and care towards other people end up actually hurting others more than if they didn't do anything at all. All these questions I was asking on the beginning of the video: am I a good person? Am I a bad person? Am I selfish? Right? These are all important questions because they help us to start paying attention to our motivations of why do we want to help another human being? Why do we care as much? Why do we pay attention so much to what other people are doing? Right? What are we getting from this? What are we getting from the situations where we might feel like we are losing a lot? Why do we get resentful where we help another person? Why do we feel guilty when we say no? I think saying no and feeling guilty for that is a huge part. So all these kind of symptoms, as are described in these videos, are often associated with a condition called codependency, where we invest way more energy into other person or other people than for ourselves. So we can take off other people, but once you take away other people, we can't fully take care of ourselves in that situation. So I think to learn more about your tendency to care for other people, whether it's on this kind of toxic end of the spectrum of people-pleasing, is to question your motivation. So what are you getting from caring for another person? What are you getting from maybe even assuming responsibility for other human being? What are you getting from caring for others? Right? So questioning these motivations and the rewards that you're getting from these behaviors could be super helpful in determining whether you are on this spectrum. And generally, if you do determine that it's really bad for you, you get super resentful, you actually, part of you might feel like, actually I want to be really selfish, just want to take care of myself. If you do determine these conflicts, if you do determine these motivations, there is a way out. There is a way out, and it's all about pushing through this guilt, pushing through this beliefs, or this kind of inner critic that might tell you that you're a very bad person for focusing on yourself, for taking care of yourself. You're very selfish for saying no to other people because maybe you don't feel right, maybe you want to do something else, maybe you have other responsibilities. So all these questions, questioning your motivations and pushing through kind of uncomfortable feelings, going against the inner critic could be super helpful if you do want to temper this tendency to please other people, to take care of them. So I hope you found it helpful. I'd like to also take an opportunity and invite you to participate in the new Aspire Coaching Group program. So it's especially relevant to people who struggle with people-pleasing, who struggle with saying no, who feel guilty when they say no or they focus on themselves. So if you do want to enter this path of rewiring these behaviors, getting new beliefs, getting clarity on what is really selfish and what is it that you truly want from your life, then this coaching program will be super helpful to you. So if you do want to join, there are only 5 spots left, and there's a link in the description. There is a link in the comment section underneath the video. So I invite you to take part in this program. It starts in September, and if you're not sure whether coaching is right for you, I do offer a free 20 minutes consultation. So you can sign up on my website as well, or just comment on underneath the video in the comment box, or send me an email, whatever you find comfortable. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.